Welcome everyone to a brand new series for the channel, and this is going to be really cool. This is a brand new series called Planet Zoo. Planet Zoo. Welcome everyone to the channel. Planet Zoo is basically Zoo Tycoon here in 2026. You're seeing this me just setting this thing up for the very first time, and it looks like they want me to scroll on down. All right, well, let's scroll on down. Let's just make sure this thing is broadcasting live, and it looks like it is. So we're going to go ahead and add this to the new playlist that I created called Planet Zoo, and there we go. So now it is in this playlist. This should be an interesting thing. This is by the same company that made Planet Coaster. So if you like that series, then you may like this one too. I'm actually in the chat right now, so you can chat with me if you'd like to about this game or about anything else, really. Maybe not stuff completely personal matter, but sure. Let's take a look here. Let's go. As you can see, I am playing this game for the very first time. Wow, even at full gamma, I cannot see that symbol over there on the left-hand side. But let's just dial it back just a little bit so it's not too bright for everybody. All right, here we are. We are in the game now, actually. So let's go ahead and create an avatar here. All right. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's see. How we can create basically a child, a portly man, or a skinny man. I think let's go with the portly man. Wow, look at these shirts, the kangaroo and everything. Okay. All right, we got a little different skin colors here. I like that one. Let's go with that. And the face. Oh, that's not bad there. That's a little bit wacky. All right, I kind of like that one. Let's go with that one. And let's see here. Oh, this is the hair, huh? Okay. Oh, that's not. That's interesting. Oh, that's more conventional. I guess we could also choose a color as well. Here, let's go ahead and choose a color. Maybe something like, yeah, something. What would match mine? Probably something like that. I like that. All right. Oh, did I not hit accept? There we go. We did. Okay, and let's go back up here to this. This is the what? The mouth? Ah, and plus the beard and everything. Okay. Wow, we got some interesting choices here. Oh, let's just go with it. Well, I don't know about that. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Let's just go with that, and then let's get the color. And yes, I am graying there. Well, they can call it. What is that? Wow, I don't know about that. Oh, they do the entire color there, but look, my hair is not white up here. It's just the beard. So, interesting. All right, well then, guess what? We got ourselves that guy right there. That's about what I looked like maybe about 10 years ago. But yeah, this has gone gray to white over the years here. That's fine. Glasses, I'm fine with those glasses that he's got on there. Are these any different? Oh, a little darker frame. Okay, that's fine. Here's the shirt. So we got a choice of 5 different shirts. Looks like that's kind of more of a conventional type shirt. That one's a little wacky. That one's very wacky. The kangaroo. The striped one, I'm not really a fan of vertical stripes like that. Horizontal stripes, I kind of like. but let's see if they have those. No, they don't. Oh, well, this is interesting. Oh, that's a pattern with a little pelican on it, or looks like. Yeah, I don't mind that, actually. Let's change the color up here. Maybe we'll go something more of a... maybe we'll go something more of a gray tone with like... you can really get very, very precise in these. Maybe with like a red kangaroo on it or something like that. I kind of like that. All right, go ahead and go with those. And then for our shorts or pants, we can go with a pants type thing. You know what? With that shirt, it's a little bit light, I think. I wouldn't mind going with a little darker gray. Yeah, something like that. All right, and then let's go to back to the pants or the shorts. Those are pretty plain. Whoa. There's no customization on that one. There is customization here, but it's just the color. No customization on that one, and none on that one. Do we wear pants? Nah, then we got to go with shorts, right? Come on now. We got to go with the shorts. And let's see what color of shorts we want to have. Maybe some nice... We can go with a dark gray. Or we can go with the black shorts. Not sure about the white, though. Could go with the red shorts. That's a bold choice. You know what? Let's go with the red shorts to match our kangaroos. All right, we'll confirm this one. And then the last thing is a hat, and I don't think we're going to wear a hat. Look at this hat.
Oh.
Well, you know what, though? I said kangaroos before. We don't. It was the other one. We have pelicans. So I'm not sure if the moose head is the way to go there. How about the frog? It's a giraffe, probably, huh? Wow, look at that thing. I mean, these are some funky hats. Or just standard. I think we just go no hat. All right. So let's go down and just accept this thing. Are we sure? Yeah. Why not? Let's go. All right. So we got to place our avatar headquarters. This is where other players will see your avatar and access any zoos or blueprints you've shared. We can put it anywhere on the globe. Here comes the flat earthers. What? It's not a globe. Let's see here. Greenland. Should we go to Greenland since that's the next place, apparently? 51st state. I'm kidding, probably. Maybe not. Who knows? We can go to Venezuela. I mean, you know, it seems like that might be the way to go. We could go down here to Colombia. We could be in the rainforest in Brazil in the Amazon. I think the United States has abandoned Antarctica, but we could go to Antarctica. Madagascar? Where's the Islands? Is that these guys over here? Strait of Gibraltar? The Red Sea? Oh, there's so many different places we could go. How about Cyprus? Go to Cyprus. We can't zoom in. I kind of like Cyprus. Or do we go down here to New Zealand? Ooh. I don't know. Or Easter Island, maybe? There's Hawaii. Or maybe Guam? Or the Aleutian Islands? How about we just go right between Russia and the United States, right here? I think that's the way to go. This is where we're gonna go. Boom. I just got a trophy for Welcome to Planet Zoo. All right, let's go ahead and let's do the career mode. We always do the career modes here, so let's do the career mode.
Whoop.
All right. So we have career scenarios and timed scenarios. That's interesting. Oh, look, we're right. Okay. So it looks like the tutorial is going to be based over here. Wow, look how big that Pacific Ocean is. I mean, I don't think people realize how gigantic the Pacific Ocean is. But look at that. All right, where are we? We're way over here. Oh, looks like, of course, looks like Scotland, actually. Does look like Scotland. So, stately homeschooling at the Goodwin House. So, I think that's the way to go. That's the tutorial, right? Here we go. The Goodwin House. And we could leave it on medium. In medium, animals never get bored of enrichment items. Guests won't request refunds. And 5-star guest happiness ratings require an average happiness of 85. Well, let's just take a look at what hard is. Animal welfare is harder. Animal gets stressed faster. They'll die. They get bored. Okay, yeah, we're not going there. What's the easy mode? Too easy, maybe? More easily maintained, longer to get stressed, longer to die, never get bored. That's the same thing as medium. Guests learn more from education sources. Guests' happiness drops at a slower rate. Guests won't request refunds. Average happiness of 80. You know what? I think we should just go with the easy mode. Why not? I mean, we kind of want to have fun here. Let's show the scenario description here. And hey, Liam, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to this new series. Renovated and renamed after its purchase by Bernard Goodwin in the 1980s, Goodwin House has since become one of the most respected zoos in the country. More recently, it has undergone a further renovation to update many of the habitats and facilities, but due to various issues, the work hasn't quite been completed, which is where you come in. Sounds like Kerbal Space Academy. This is where you come in. All right, let's go ahead and start this one new. I'm a little concerned that the sound, the music, is a little bit strong. So I think one of the first things I'm going to do is turn this thing down a little bit. So, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, 1 through 4. Yes, those are some great verses. That whole chapter is an amazing chapter, actually. It encompasses a long time. Let's put it that way. All right, look at this.
Heyo at Hematu. Yeah, Oh, sorry about that. I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally meet you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist you call me Bernie. The only person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only when I've tracked elephant dung into the carpets. As you know, I own several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prides, thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s. But we're in the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the lion habitat. So, it's up to you to finish everything off. Don't worry, though. I'm not completely throwing you into the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a helping hand. Oh, she's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be too. But I'm sure you'll get along like a house on fire, or even better, One that isn't on fire. Less shouting that way.
Well, it looks like the same engine that did the Planet Coaster.
Hello there. From that rosy, fresh face of yours, I'm guessing you're Bernie's new hire. Good. Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma, because we're about to get really hands-on. But before we begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals? We'll start by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
All right, but before we do that, let's go to settings and let's turn down this soundtrack. Is there any kind of streaming thing here? Trying to see if there's any streaming settings or anything like that that we... Oh, let's change these. We don't want to do it in meters. I believe the developers here are located in Europe or, possibly Scotland or the UK. So they do use miles per hour, but they also use meters. No, it's definitely not go to Celsius, although, I can understand it, but a lot of people don't. Kilogram, not to say that other people aren't smart enough to, it's just that we just don't use it here, but where I go sometimes to places where they do use Celsius. We'll do it in pounds. Interesting, I thought that the UK used pounds as well. Only for money. I don't know. All right. We're not going to mess with anything like this, actually, at all. Yeah, it doesn't like there's any streaming thing here. So... Whoops. Alright, well I cannot change the zoo complexity meter, so we'll just have to leave that as is. Alright, we'll apply this and let's get back to the zoo. Alright. So, we want to locate the grizzly bear habitat, and I think that it's probably this. How do I zoom in here? Okay, yeah, it's R2.
Did you know that grizzly bears, also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too.
All right,
select one of the bears here, and you'll bring up its information panel.
All right, let's select this guy here. He looks like a big one. Zachary.
This is where you can find out all kinds of information about your animal. The most important thing being its overall welfare. You'll learn more about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this magnificent animal. Why don't you select the camera from inside its information panel?
Why don't we move the camera over here and see if that does us any better? All right, so they want us to do what? Select the camera. Okay, yep, I see that. Let's move on down. This is just like Planet Coaster in a way. Ah, here we are.
See, now this is a fantastic way to get a close look at your animals. Okay, when you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
Top down. Got to rotate here. Okay, very good. All right, let's get out of this. Whoa, okay. All right, they marked our location, so let's go over here and let's look at the lions now.
Panthera leo leo, or the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride, although prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie would say, those lions are awesome, which is precisely why I handle the training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on, let's head over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
Yeah, this is like exactly the same engine they use because they have the heat map thing, and the interface is almost identical, so this shouldn't be too hard to get used to. Hey, we have an empty habitat over here, so let's take a look at it.
As you can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's missing a certain something.
An animal?
Well, two somethings. Warthogs. So I'd like you to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section.
All right, that sounds good. Let's try to do that and see what happens. So let's go to the animal section and do that with L1 here. There we go. And we're going to go to the animal market.
There we are. A pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just select
Good morning,
them
Mr.
and
Darklight.
choose Adopt. Normally, the animal
Welcome to this
exchange
new
would be
series.
full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works. The last thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants.
Well, it's a tutorial after all, right? So let's see here. We've got Uba. Is 4.9 years old and looks like it is a common warthog. And we also have Amina, which is also a common warthog. And the size, wow, that size, the longevity on that one's not looking too good. But everything else looking pretty good. This one's a big one, though, 92%. So what does it want us to do? Does it want us to adopt it? Let's try it. Okay, we just got myself a trophy. Welcome to the family. That's cool. And then let's go ahead and adopt this one as well.
When you adopt an animal, it's automatically placed in the trade center, where they're held until you're ready to move them into their habitat, which,
Gotcha.
as it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home?
I like that idea. Select the ground to place your warthogs into the habitat. Okay. Select the ground. Send to zoo? Aha. When you click on send to zoo, then you can select the ground. All right. So why don't we put them in... People are going to be looking at these guys? No, not yet. Let's put them inside here. If I put them like there, would they go on the roof? I wonder. Let's put them inside though. Delivery scheduled. All right. And L3, maybe? No, L3 just brings up the objective again. How do we get back into that thing? Well, the O key don't work. If we go back to the animal management? Oh my. I don't think that's the place. Do we go to exhibit animal market? No. Okay. How do we get back to... Do we have to go just back to the animal market itself? No. Animal storage. That's where we go. Yes, we needed to go back to the animal market and then animal storage. We'll send it to the zoo, and we will put it right there.
When you ask for an
There we go.
animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade center, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat.
Okay.
I've marked the trade center's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
All right. Let's go and watch them in action. Where do we see the trade center? Well, we can't. Oh, it's over here. Okay.
Well, as you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible. Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat. But I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health.
Boom.
Right, let's get the warthog's habitat finished up so we can keep them nice and happy. You see, each animal in the zoo has an overall welfare statistic, basically how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment.
Okay.
Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which we saw earlier, where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed. Don't worry if that's a lot to remember. You can always check the Zoopedia for more information.
Cool. I believe that's the male and that's the
Let's
female.
start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl.
All right. Are you going to be playing Hightail when that comes out? I've never heard about that game before. Maybe you can write down what type of game it is and give me some information on that, because I like to play certain games. I don't like to play other games. But let's take a look at this guy here. So his enrichment is at 0. I suppose that's probably not a good sign, is it? We don't want to call the vet. He's hungry and he's thirsty, it says. All right. So let's go ahead and add a feeding station by going to the habitat here. And let's add a food trough. Looks like somebody here is doing something. Oh, is that to feed them? There we go. We added a food trough. Can I move that into? Oh, multi-select. No, I don't want to do a multi-select. I just want to select that. I can't move that into the feed trough, unfortunately. Looks like I was a little too late. Let's go to but they're still eating. Let's go to the habitat and let's add a water bowl, sorry. And let's put the water bowl over here.
Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy.
$100.01, it
Let's
said.
add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in. That bath will count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
All right, now you can see they're just thirsty, no longer hungry, so that's good. Oh, does that have water in it? Looks like it does. It looks like it does. Does it? I don't know. Let's see here. It seems to be much more of an action version of Minecraft. You dig, but there's a lot of stuff or exploration based. I don't think so. I played Minecraft a little bit, and it seemed, I don't know. There was a few things. Number one, wasn't really a big fan of the graphics. Number two, let's see if he's going to go give him some water. Number two, there was a lot of crafting involved, and it was a bit tedious. So, look at that. 10 liters. There we go. Oh. This guy going to go drink? Yeah, there we go. Go ahead and drink. Drink up. The common warthog is drinking. And now no longer thirsty. How about you? Are you thirsty? Yeah, you're thirsty, so why don't you go over there and drink? I guess she's waiting on him. He's done. Go. Go, go, go. Go get something to drink. All right, well, in the meantime, we'll go ahead and put out a toy. Here's a mud bath. All right. So there we go. She's going over there. Oh, it looks like we're going to put the mud bath right here in view of everybody so that they can see this. This looks pretty good. Let's just
Nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see.
$100.04.
Our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a pharaoh state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Yeah, an action game like that where you're killing monsters and stuff. I don't know. it's really not my kind of game, to be honest with you. My kind of game is more like sports games, simulation games. I like to play, actually, Flight Simulator. Unfortunately, it's $70 right now for the cheapest version. So I think as soon as that comes down in price a little bit, then I'll go ahead and purchase that. All right, so highlight the area. All right, locate the highlighted area. We just did.
Oh, before we actually start building our ostrich
Ooh,
habitat,
ostriches.
let's pause time for a moment.
Okay.
That's more like it. A quick break. Sometimes it's a good idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built. Okay, job number 1 here is to
Yeah, I
add
don't
a
suppose to be a
habitat
good
gate
time to
before we
put
complete the
ostrich in there
barrier.
with this
Every
all open.
habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out?
That's correct.
Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
All right. So let's go to barriers over here, and let's place a habitat gate. And we have to place it, okay, inside what's already been built. That makes sense. So you first build the wall, and then you build the gate. So let's put the gate right here.
Right! Let's complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier.
Okay. And we can go to straight or curved sections. How about we just do a straight section here to about there. And then we'll do a curved section. Yeah, like that. I like that. And then probably another one. Yep. And then we can go back to a straight section. And we'll just kind of line this thing up. That looks pretty good. That's looking real good.
Good work!
All right.
Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier.
Makes sense.
Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this
That's true.
habitat at the moment. At least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier, so the guests can see in.
All right. I like that idea. So this is glass. Here we go. So we can switch it out. Where do we want to put this glass? Probably over here would be good, right? Oh, we can't. We can't do it over there. We can only do it over here. Oh, wait. Maybe we can. Let's see. Will this do it? No, it's obstructed, it says. I wouldn't mind putting the glass right there because then they can see. Oh, well, that's weird. That was strange, huh? Okay. We have a little piece of glass right there. I guess that's fine. How about over here? Okay, I like it. And then maybe over here as well, along this big road, this big area. Okay. And how do I say okay? Select all connected barriers. I don't think I want to do that. What about over here? You think that's enough glass? We'll give him some privacy over there. Okay, that looks pretty good. How do I say okay? Circle is deselect. Hold is multi-select. And switching that definitely was not the move. So we got to do this again, but I'm not exactly sure. We'll do the pillars right there. We'll do this section here again, and then this big section over here. Do the pillars right here too. Okay. Now what? Oh, R3. I pushed R3 because there's nothing really else I can do. Maybe they only want me to do one little section at a time. What if we just went to, okay, barriers, swap a section of brick for glass. Here's glass. And if I just click that, then what? Any hints? I'm just pushing X and then doing that, and then hold or move. Hold to move. I don't want to move. I don't want to delete. I just want to. Oh, maybe I have to go to. No, selecting the time isn't going to do it. That's the gate. Well, I held it down for multi-select to see if that helps. So if I do that and then put another couple over here, including the pillars. Maybe this one over here too. And that pillar. I really want to get it over here too. The problem is I don't know necessarily how to, like, say, okay, that's it. Yes, done. Now what? Replace section with glass. Boy, I'm trying. I'm really trying. That's just the objective to do it. But how do you say, okay? Curve barrier top. Nope, nope. That's not it. That's not it. Just, what if I held it down again? Well, I've chosen it. Now what? Any ideas? Swap a section. Deselect. Select. Delete. Oh, maybe I have to delete it and then put the glass in like that. Oh wait, that was red brick. Hold on. Delete that. Go to glass. So you can't just. What? I had it selected as glass. I deleted that. I went to glass.
There we go. Adding in more
Alright,
windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat.
I understand.
It's
You have
always
to
best
delete
to
it
make sure the
first.
guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty
Won't let me do
terrible zoo
anymore.
if they couldn't. The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places, like near a viewing point. Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them.
All right. Well, it's not allowing me to delete anything right now. It just did its thing. That's fine. I understand how to do it now, though. You can't just place it over top of it and swap it out like it said. You actually need to delete it and then create it. So it is swapping, but it's not just a one-click type thing. You actually have to delete then swap. All right. So if we add a donation box close to the viewing area without obstructing it, we should be able to place it.
Oh, by the way, as well as pausing time, you can also speed it up. It'll run everything at 2 times and 5 times faster. It can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish. All right, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches,
Nope,
don't you think?
still can't.
Let's get 4 of them in here.
Okay. Can I do it now? Now that she stopped talking. No. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and get the ostriches in there. At least we have one viewing spot for people to see it. Animals. Go to the animal market, and here are ostriches. And it looks like we've got some... Well, that's a big one. Wow, that one looks kind of sickly. All right, 13.3 years. That's not even the oldest one. All right, let's go ahead and let's buy these and adopt them. All right, and we can send them to the zoo. Looks like we could do it from there too, from the other one at that time, but looks like they go away. All right, so we'll send them to the zoo. Winda goes in first. And I guess it really doesn't matter where we put them, so we'll just put them there. And then back to the animals. Can't do a multiple at a time, so it's just one at a time. Back to the animals. Okay, we're getting the hang of this. Uh-oh, that's not the one we wanted to do. What is that? Compare the mates? We're not in that tutorial yet. All right, we'll put the other one over
While
there.
we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to, but now that we have ostriches going in there, we probably can't delete it anymore. So we're kind of stuck with what this thing is here, which is fine. So let's go ahead and let's place. This is just a tutorial. Our zoo in the future will be much better. So let's add a feeding station. What's this slow feeder? Can we see what the information is on this? Not really. Let's just do the large bowl again, and we'll put it over here so people can see them. I guess people can see them eat. I don't want to use up all this space though, because this could be a cool space for maybe something else. Let's just put it here. And then let's add a water station. Oh, our first time we're going to rotate here. So here's an advanced move and the advanced rotate, just like we had Planet Coaster. Kind of want to rotate it like that. And I guess we can put it right like that. There we go. And add a food enrichment. Is that what this slow feeder is? Do we put that on top of here? Or is that goes somewhere next to it? We don't want to crowd them, obviously. I mean, we don't want to get too close. Well, let's just put it out here in the grass. Yeah, you got a bronze award.
Good to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can actually run at 43 miles per hour?
Wow.
Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape. The speed camera finds alone would bankrupt us.
All right, we got ourselves a reward.
Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did you do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals.
Well, that makes sense. I can't imagine we want a keeper hut for every single one, though, do we? Maybe this one's just located very far away, and a classic keeper hut or a Planet Zoo keeper hut. This one's $5
You'll need
cheaper.
to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path.
All right, so that's that one, and let's look at the other one. Oh, okay. I kind of like that. Which side is the one we want to go? Do we want to put the door on that side? Probably like that, yeah. That's what I would think. But they really don't have a view of much, do they? They really can't see anything that's going on with the animals. But that's all right. This looks pretty good right here. There we go.
This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed
we
near
can go
to
inside.
areas where there are lots of guests.
That's cool. We can go
Guests
inside.
don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness. Negatively. In case that wasn't clear. Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power. And that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we?
Yeah, so this is just like Planet Coaster in that you have certain maintenance and facility buildings that are going to cause dissatisfaction and less of attractiveness. And then you also have power facilities as well. So here's the transformer. We want to keep that away from people's prying eyes, but this is not too far away from people's prying eyes, that's for sure. But it's okay. We'll put it where they want us to. We'll go back to the move, and we'll move it a little bit. Well, we'll move it right there. How's that? And then we'll rotate just slightly to make it a little bit more straight on. Like so. Okay.
Lovely work.
There we go.
Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away.
All right. I think they want us to unpause it, but I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind us being able to. We can't delete it though. Maybe now we can. Well, hold on. If I select this, that's selecting the entire habitat, isn't it? If I go to barriers, can I delete this? No. Can I select it? It already is selected. No, it's not. And I can't switch the barrier to glass. Well, like I said, this is just a tutorial. It's fine. All right, let's go ahead and look at our objective. We want to locate the area, but before we do that, let's go ahead and unpause the game, and then we'll get the ostriches in there, and we'll get that thing rolling. All right, this is our area, I guess, right here.
Righty, your next job is to build a habitat from scratch.
All right.
And concrete and glass, I expect. So go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier.
Makes sense.
Oh,
Okay.
and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, well, since we're going to do that, let's go over here and let's just check it out and see if anybody's got these ostriches in yet. Oh! The answer is yes. There we go. Now we got him in there. That's a bigger one. Are they hungry or thirsty? They are both. So they need to get some food in there. And, whammo. Alright. Cool. We got our ostriches in there. Nice. Alright, now let's go ahead and build this habitat up here. So let's go to the barriers. And then that's concrete. That's just red brick. The rest of our place just basically has red brick. So I think we should go with the red brick, right? And the straight sections and curved sections and so forth. So let's just start over here with red brick on the side. And then we can do some glass. Like that. And then we'll go back to red brick for a curved section. Kind of far away from it. Let's get a little closer so we can see what we're doing here. There we go. Yeah, we'll make a little curved section here. We'll curve it back like that. And then we'll go back to the glass and a straight section. Like that. Now, where are we going to want to build a hut and stuff for those guys? Probably back along there, I would think. And, well, I'm not going to have much room. Maybe right there, and then we can put the gate over here. That's what I'm thinking. Just make this a big viewing area for the guests. All right, so we'll make this glass here, glass there, and glass there, and then here we can start our curved section with the red brick. There we go. All right, good deal. No one's viewing anything back there, so we'll just go ahead and keep on putting that like that. And here we could do, yeah, curved section. And then maybe here we do something like a curved glass section. Alright, that's not too bad. Yeah, and then I think from here we can just do the red brick. I know I still have it on curved, but that's okay. Oh, that's an interesting little curve there. Well, that's kind of neat. Let's do that. That's kind of fun. All right. So now we got it that. Now we want to put a gate in there. And like I said, I wouldn't mind putting the gate over here. Zoom in a little bit. It's not liking my gate right there. It's okay right with it right there, though. Oh, but is this a path that I'm going to need to make, maybe? That's fine, though. I kind of want the gate to be... Well, maybe we put the gate over here. Let's put the gate back here. Yeah, like that.
Now, Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think?
Good idea.
The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier.
Okay.
Okay then, let's select the habitat barrier and then jump into barrier editing mode.
All right, so if we go to barriers, maybe, right? And we got to select the habitat barrier.
Great! Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by selecting fence segments one by one, or select one and hold to use the multi-select mode.
Or R3, right? Which I've done. And then now we've got to set the boundary. Height labels, terrain relative. Looks like I've selected all of it. Barriers. Okay, height snap. Okay. Set boundary to 12 point something feet high. How do you do that? I am selecting everything, correct? Yeah. That's the habitat itself. Barriers. Is it going to make me do this instead of select all? I mean, that's all selected right there. Select. Hold on a second. Let's pause this. I have it all selected, correct? And that's length. But where's the height? .56 feet, it says. Height snap on selected posts. Highlight hidden paths. We don't want that. There's the gate. Edit hold height. I just saw it down there at the bottom. It says edit hold height. Okay, I got it now. Maybe we go to back to barriers. We select one of them. We press R3. And then we hold down and edit height. There we go. Very good. And you just do it with the right click. 12.47. 11.81. I don't think I can get it exactly to where it wants it to go.
Now that the habitat is in
Fine.
place,
Good
don't
enough.
forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas. We need every dollar we can get. Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch.
Okay. We're going to place the donation box probably right over here, I would think. Let's just place one here. Outside the placement area. Okay, let's not place it there. How about here? Outside the placement area. Oh, it wants me to do it along this strip. Okay, that's fine. We'll place one here. Can't rotate it. Interesting. That's fine. Place one here.
Okay, that's the habitat boundary
Maybe
complete.
another
The
one over
habitat
here if
gate's
we
in
can.
place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore. I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
There we go. Will allow me to place one over here. Yes. What about over here too? I mean, might as well, right? Okay, look at that. I think we made ourselves a nice one here. All right, cool. Let's go to the animal trader here and let's get some animals. Here's a Bengal tiger named Uma. And this one is named Thurman. No. Bachetar? Okay. Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and adopt it. Wow, these aren't cheap. 12 grand. 10 grand. Let's send to the zoo, and let's go ahead and put this one in. And go back to animals, and go to the storage, and say send to the zoo. And put that one in right there.
Whilst our trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival. We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them.
Okay. And this is a food tray. So we'll go ahead and select that, and we'll put the food tray down. I think we'll put the food tray probably over here. Well, it's going to be kind of far away from where I'm going to put this hut, maybe. You know what? Maybe we should put it down over here. Can people see it? If it's on top of this little mound here? Probably. All right, let's put it up here on this mound here.
This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool.
Okay, so you don't necessarily have to have a water bowl. You can actually go here and go to water. Yep. And then we can go here and say it's valid. We can put some water in there.
Yes, that'll do nicely.
There we go.
Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat?
I mean, that would be good, but I think this might be a little shallow, isn't it? What if we did up to here? Ooh, now we're talking. I like that. That looks much better. Okay, let's go ahead and add some food enrichment, I guess, and some toy enrichment. Here's a frozen blood pumpkin. Oh, I think it wants us to, hold on. It wants us to go over to there and go down to here. There we go. Okay. So we get a selection. A frozen blood pumpkin or rubbing pad. I think we go with the rubbing pad, right? people like to see the tigers rub against the rubbing pad. Where should we put that? Let's do it over here. And let's rotate this thing. Ooh, now we actually get different colors that we can choose from. All right, that's cool. Maybe we do like a nice gold one here. And I kind of like that red one. It's not bad. Did that do it? No. Did not. Confirm. There we go. And we want to move this now. And we want to rotate it. So people can see them rubbing against it. Yeah, like that. Exactly. Oh, here we have an angle snap. No, we don't want any angle snap. We just want to free rotate it like that. I like it. Okay, and then we want to add a food one. So let's go back to food and water. No, that's not it. Enrichment items, that's where we want to go. Okay. And, oh, I guess this one is the food enrichment. Guess we'll put that over by the food here.
Okay, it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat, so they can hide from the guests, or more likely, the bad weather. Although given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
Bits and bobs? All right, well, for now, let's just go ahead and, that's such a British saying, isn't it? Bits and bulbs. All right, plant zoo shelter with dimensions 8 by 8 by 4. Okay, that makes sense. And so let's go ahead and put that next to the, next to that gate over there. And we could put it back in this corner, maybe. It's a little bit small for that, though. Let's just put it over here, next to this gate, and then we'll put it up against the wall here. Yeah, something like that. There we go. Increase the hard shelter welfare to 60%. You just told me to put this down. You didn't tell me about anything else. Let's see. Grid size. It's the maximum size. Grid height. Well, I did try to edit it. Do they need one more, maybe? They didn't, maybe, I don't know. They didn't like it too much, like right there? I don't know. Maybe it's just not big enough and they need another one? All right, maybe so. Let's try to duplicate it and see what happens. Duplicate and advance move. All right, let's rotate this. And let's see if we put one over here in this corner. Can they get in? Oh, they can get there. They can get in that tree. not necessarily all the way in the way, so we'll do it like that and see what happens. Okay, it still didn't like it. I mean, more? Does it need more? It's not really telling me. Let's go to move. Seems like a lot of shelter there, though, but we'll see. Oh, wow. This is where it gets weird, because now I've placed 3 of them, and it still doesn't really like... Oh, maybe I have to unpause it? Climbing enabled. Increase hard shelter welfare to 60%. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to delete this. I'm going to delete this one as well. Because maybe they just want the tigers in there and then have their hard shelter welfare be 60%. So let's just see. Let's go ahead and speed up time. I did just get a new trophy. It's called Oh My. I don't know.
Oh, poor Dabs.
There we go.
I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel.
Done.
Rightio. Head over to the Terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see
There's the
how
hard
they
shelter.
feel about different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
Okay. So you want to increase the terrain welfare
Okay
to
then,
100%.
open the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Okay. The animal needs more soil. I understand. So this is soil heavy. Rock smooth. Okay, soil heavy is right here. And intensity 50%, size. Let's just increase the size a little bit. There we go. Put some soil. Ooh. He's like, ooh, I like that. Okay, you can see it's already gone to 17%. I've got this thing set on like max speed right now. Oh, I'm at 18%. Let's just like make a little soil patch over here. 19% and 20. All right, looks like we got ourselves there. Now we want to go to grass, right? Short grass. Wow, it looks like they want a lot of short grass. Okay, so let's go to size and make this size a lot bigger. Oh, we're taking off the long grass and making it short grass. Oh, looks like we did enough of that. Okay, let's go to long grass now. Okay. And where's some long grass? Maybe we'll put some over here. Well, by doing that, we've taken off the short grass. Where's the rock? I guess this is rock here, but... How about over here? We already had some long grass there. And now we're down on soil. Okay. Is this all long grass here anyway? Yeah, it already is long grass. Oh, is that too much long grass maybe? Okay, hold on. Let's put some more short grass in there, and let's put some more soil in there over the long grass, because it might be too much long grass. Okay, go back to short grass. No, it looks like they want more long grass, right? Oh, wait. No, I see where the marker is. So the excuse me. So the solid part is where you want to be, the zone, and then the vertical bar is where it currently is. So yeah, we need to get probably a little more soil over the short grass, to be honest, or over the long grass, to be honest with you. Let's put some soil over here. Okay, soil we're kind of light on. This should do it though. As soon as we put it over here.
Right then.
There we
All
go.
animals need plants and trees from their own biome or continent. You know, deserts, savannas, Eurasia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers
100%
need a few
terrain.
more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia. Although if you have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The tigers will also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those plants. To find out which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the Environment tab.
Got it. All right, we're in the Environment tab now, and it looks like...
Now, as you can see, some of the plants currently in the habitat aren't quite right for the tiger, like the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want.
the water...
You can find all of the plants you need in the
Yeah,
nature section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see. In this case, that's plants from the rainforest or temperate biomes.
Okay, and how do we see that? If I hit X... Maybe I took it out, it looks like, maybe, yeah. They don't like that one. They don't like that one. We'll take out that tree. We'll take out this... That thing. We're going to take out this bush. And we're going to take out these spruce trees. Well, there goes those trees. That's good, I guess. This moss, they don't like that. They don't like the buffalo grass. All right, pretty good. Now, what they do want, though, let's show appropriate plants. Here we go. Now we have some appropriate plants. So let's go and add an elm tree back over here where we had that other tree. Because they'll like that one. And then maybe back over here as well, we'll put another elm. Good. And then... Ooh, some banana palms. We already have some, it looks like. Good. Look, this is called Bengal bamboo. I mean, we got to go with Bengal bamboo, right? I mean, it's called Bengal bamboo. I'll put it over here. Just, so it's overhanging a little bit and it doesn't get into the view too much of the people. We can put some back here too. Back here by the water. Nice. Now we're getting somewhere. All right. That looks pretty good. What else we got? Maybe some reeds? Ooh, those are some big reeds. We can put those big reeds right there. Yeah. Nice. We're getting close on coverage too, so that's good. Let's put another one right here, back here. Yeah, see, now we're getting close. We'll put it back here too. Oh man, we're getting real close on the coverage. All right, let's get a coconut palm. Oh, look at that thing. That we've got to put that there, right? Right in the middle of the soil here. Yes. That looks cool. And we'll put another one right over here by their hut. We'll put a little shade. We just got ourselves a silver trophy.
They say the good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave, even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
All right, so we need to
Let's
locate,
head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told that we need to improve their social welfare.
Okay, let's go over here. Let's locate this.
Now then, just find one of the peafowls and select them to open their information panel. Then we can have a good gander at how they're doing. Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese.
We'll just leave this thing rolling though, but let's try to locate one of these guys. Are they walking through the maze? Hello, where are you? Select a peafowl. I don't... Oh. Wait. Oh, there's one.
Expand their social welfare, and we can get a bit more detail.
Social.
Now, they've clearly got plenty of space, and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right. So let's find out more. Head over to the social tab to see what's wrong.
Too few adults and juveniles in the social group. So I gotta adopt some and place some more. Okay, got it. He just basically wants some company. Okay, I went to the animal market. It's not there. Open the social tab.
Right.
Oh, it's way
As you
over
can
here, I
the
see.
peafowls need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls. Off you pop to the animal market then.
Phil's all by himself. Poor Phil. All right, now we can go to the market. And now we can adopt these 3. So we got Sayuma, Saumya, okay, and Ishani, and Karina. And we're going to send them to the zoo. And where's the gate? Let's get them close to the gate. Put them right there. Very good. And the next one. Nice. And the final one.
Good work on those peafowls. I expect they'll be delivered soon. But sadly, it sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see what's wrong with her.
All right, let's look at a snow leopard.
Just
Oh,
like
look at
people,
these cool
animals
little-
can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy. You can lower their stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass. It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you? This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests.
Wow. All right, so the glass barrier here. Swap cave glass barrier section with one-way glass. Oh, over here. Okay, I understand. Let's go ahead and go to the barriers. And can we swap it now by just... What if we just did that? No, we can't. Can't just do that. I think we have to delete this thing first. Yep, ooh. That can't be safe, right?
Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome,
what if it
it's
ran
probably going to
through?
be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather. You should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat.
Okay.
But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat.
It's
As you
too
can
hot.
see, we already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can.
Okay.
Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered.
Where's the cooler? This is a rubbing pad. Is that the cooler? That's a cooler. Okay, current temperature 32 degrees. That would be freezing. We cannot do a duplicate. I think because they want us to find it. So that's the reason why. We go to heaters and coolers. And we put this thing down somewhere far away from that thing. Whoa. Look how big that zone is. Why is that one so big compared to the other one? All right, let's just put it right here in the middle. See what happens. Well, there's no way. Oh, it's starting to cool. Why does it have such a big effect and the other one's so small? Or maybe it isn't. Actually, it might be exactly the same size, right? Yeah. Okay. That's fine. We'll put another one down over here. And do we need another one? I guess we'll see. Add 3 coolers. We've only added 2. Okay, so we added our third one. Let's put it right here in the middle. Boy, the poor guy in the cave, though. Look at him in the cave. I think we should add one over here by the cave, right? He's going to sleep in his cave and he's going to be all hot. Nobody wants to sleep hot.
You can find
There
heat
we
maps
go.
for all sorts of helpful things, so do be sure to explore them and make good use of them. It'll take a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopards'
It's right
terrain
next-
welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
He's right next to that. He's like, oh, this feels so good. Actually, that's a lot better than what it was before. And that is the coldest place. Ooh, no, there's a real cold place over here, too. For those bears? Okay. Yeah. That looks a lot better, though. And the cave is really cold. I like that. All right, cool. Cool. No pun intended. Let's go to terrain. And hold on. Terrain painting options are found in the terrain. That is true. But don't we want to select the habitat first to see it? I guess not. Let's go to terrain. It says go to paint. But I don't know what it wants. I don't know what it needs. I need to go here. Right here, right? Okay, that looks like everything is okay for it. Terrain distribution. What? Okay, it needs more sand, it looks like. And more short grass. Okay. So let's go here. And let's go to short grass. And boy, I wish terrain options. I wish I could see like before what it really needs. L3. Yeah, terrain welfare to 100%. I wish I could see sand, coarse or fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm there. I just don't know. I wish it could show me like it did before. Oh, wait, I have to select the animal. That's why. Okay, I remember. First of all, let's turn off this heat map. Or we'll switch it to something else. Okay, then just turn it off. All right, let's go and select this guy now. Okay, here's our guy right there. There we go. Much better. Now we can see that actually the short grass is okay. It's the long grass and the snow that we need. So this will add some more snow. Nice. That area there. Go here. Snow. All right, we got some good snow, and now let's go and go to the long grass. Oh, it needs less long grass. I see. Okay. It needs less long grass. Let's go to rock, and let's replace the because it likes a lot of rock, but it doesn't like the long grass. So let's find the long grass here, and let's take that out. Where do we have more long grass? That don't look like long grass. This does though. Yeah, that good. That was good. That took out a bunch of it. Probably here too. Okay. Look for more long grass. That looks like short grass there. Wait, what's this over here? Okay, not quite long grass. Trying to look for long grass, but doesn't look like there's much in here. It says 14%, but now it's at 13. Okay. $12, $11. There we go, 10. Now we just need a little bit more snow, and we should be good to go. And we have plenty of rock, so we can just put some snow along here.
Now then,
There
all
we
of
go.
that should give you a pretty good understanding of how to make animals happy. So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their habitats. That'll increase the average welfare of the animals across the whole zoo. And that average welfare is a very important statistic. Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should head to the animal section of the zoo management screen. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think it's fair to say that you've passed the first part of your training with flying colours. There's still lots more to learn, but we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that. If you want to grab your passport, we'll head off, shall we?
Yes, I believe that we have completed it. We did get all the
Sounds
objectives.
like you've got the whole zoo purring away nicely. Well, purring, grunting, screaming, booming. All the appropriate noises. I guess I was right to hire you, huh? Don't tell her I told you, but Nancy wasn't sure you'd even last the morning. So, we're happy this is working out. And Nancy owes me a Foxy coffee. As strange as it seems, considering we just met, when I look at you, I feel like you're the child I never had. After the one I did have, obviously. But you see, zookeeping's not for my daughter. Don't get me wrong. Emma absolutely loves animals, but she set her sights somewhat higher. Wants to save the entire planet. I'll just settle for saving a couple of species. And maybe having a type of frog named after me.
Pardon me. Get coming through. Maybe not coming through. Look how busy this park is. Holy cow. Holy cow. We're trying to get through, but this park is very busy. At least right there. What a cool park. All right. Well, that is going to do it for this episode. And the next episode, we are going to go to another park, I suppose, another zoo, and try to fix that one up too. I would think. But I hope you enjoyed this one. I did. I think I like this better than Planet Coaster, to be honest with you. I think there's a lot more stuff going on here, and it's going to be interesting to see all those different mechanics that this game has in regards to these animals and so forth. So, yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you in the next one. If you like this one, go ahead and drop a like and let me know that you want to see some more. So, take care, and God bless you.